What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, CEO MTS Nutrition, as well as an Exos trainer. Guys, I've been noticing something. You know, I get a lot of links. There's a lot of motivational speakers, a lot of successful business people who've done some really epic things. And as I'm watching them, I'm listening to them, and they're very motivational. They're very like, give up everything for this. You got to work so hard to get to this level. You got to do whatever it takes. You need to sacrifice. And as I delved into who these people are, I looked into their personality, I looked into what they have in life, what they don't have. The one thing I realized, a lot of these people don't have families. Some of them might be married, some of them might have some whatever, some might be divorced, and that's very likely, because being a CEO is actually one of the worst professions there is for marital success rate. And the reason being, CEOs are extremely driven, extremely, well, I'd say a lot of times selfish, and tend to put their companies and themselves first. And I can say I'm guilty sometimes of that. Now, one thing I ask myself is, do they lack family because of success? Or do they have success due to the lack of a family? Here's the deal. Kids take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of resources out of what you do. Can you truly sacrifice? Can you truly give it 120% to build a business in an environment where only 94%, where over 94% of businesses fail? That means 6%, 6 out of 100 businesses fail, go out of business, out of here, bye-bye. So let's say you have 100 people, a room of 100 people who started a business last week. Come back a few years, only 6 people will be at the reunion for businesses still in business. Put that in perspective. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm like, you know what? So as a business owner, as a family man, let's say I have a family, what can I expect? Now, when listening to someone in How to Make It, you can listen to people without kids. However, just realize that you are sacrificing a lot more than they are. They pretty much can come and go as they please. They don't have to worry about music recitals or weekend soccer games, or they don't have to worry about putting them to bed or a sleepless night because that baby couldn't go to sleep, or because your 10-year-old had a nightmare. They don't have to worry about that. They can just go on a whim. When you are married or not married or have kids or a single dad or a single mom, it's a whole new realm, whole new world of issues that you have to deal with. So what I'm saying is, before you take all the advice, just realize, do a Ben Franklin chart, which is a pros and cons chart of what the advantages and the disadvantages are to following that advice. Because let me also go on the other side of things. Hewlett-Packard was an extremely family-oriented company at the beginning when it first started hitting it big, where they would actually encourage employees within their organization to date. Reason being is because when they got married and have kids, they have a lot more to lose. So they're less likely to take a risk to go to another company or to try to start their own business, because Hewlett-Packard was paying them good enough. Like, you know what? I'd rather take this sure $100,000 than risk it all for a lifetime of riches by starting my own big gig or to going to a competitor. So they believe that people worked harder and had more at stake when they had children. Now, the reason I am doing this video, the reason I thought it was pertinent, was relevant to do this video, is to let you realize that a lot of us do the whole go 120. I do. I have a family. I have kids. I have a wife. And at the end of the day, it's like, holy shit, there's a lot going on. And no matter what you sacrifice, you either sacrifice time you could have put into business or the time you could have been into your kids. And there's no way you get that back, and there's no perfect ratio, but that's where you have to use balance. Whereas when you're single or you're just married and you have no kids, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want, because, well, you don't have to worry about little Johnny going to, t-ball practice. All you pretty much have to worry about is yourself and your own success. So what I tell people with kids is, weigh the positives and the negatives of each decision. Is this decision worth it? Is this decision to start my own business or to take this promotion, is it better than the comfortable thing? And sometimes working 9 to 5, working up the corporate ladder, and having your health benefits, having your retirement plan, having all that, maybe that's the best thing for you to do. For some people who like risks, you just try to balance it and you do it at any means necessary. So, what I'd like to conclude with is when you're watching these motivational people, take what they say, but don't always take it literally, verbatim, word by word. Because a lot of it might not pertain to your life, the situation you're in, or the time commitment it takes to get to that level that they're at. However, there are always messages you can take from all these guys, whether they're single, married, with kids, without kids, whether they're on a different continent, different country. The message is pretty much the same. All motivational speakers, everybody I've heard, the best ones, the best of the best of the best to the worst of the worst, actually the worst probably don't say this, is whatever you're doing at that given moment, give it all you got. Give it 120%. If you're trying to be a better father, give that 120%. Trying to be a better worker, give it 120%. If you're trying to start your business, give it 120%. If you're trying to be a better person in the gym, trying to improve your physique and your health, give it 120%. That's all I can say from this. So the bottom line is, whether you have family, whether you don't have family, whatever you're giving your all to, make sure whatever at that given moment that you're doing, you're giving it 120%. I'm Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com, because giving it 120, can't bitch after that because you're going to reach your goals, and that's not a game.